friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aireonna. I was on a walk listening to John Lynch, who went on KNBR this Friday morning, and I thought I would bring you a breaking news update. For those of you who don't know, Brock Purdy has not been participating in practice this week, which is obviously a huge deal since the 49ers are facing the Packers, and if their playoff hopes aren't already dead, if they lose to the Packers, they're definitely dead. So if Brock Purdy could throw the ball, he would be throwing. On Wednesday's practice, he didn't throw at all. Yesterday's practice, he threw about 5 passes. A trainer rubbed out his shoulder. If you guys didn't catch my stream with Tom, it was reported on Monday that Brock Purdy had shoulder soreness. And I said we should be careful because a lot of these injuries have been reported as way more minor by Kyle Shanahan, and then they've ended up being, with Chris McCaffrey, it was calf soreness, and then it was bilateral Achilles tendonitis. With Javon Hargrave, it was elbow soreness, and then he tore his tricep and was out for the season. So I had alarms going off, but yeah, Brock Purdy, he ended up leaving practice after about 3 or 4 throws yesterday, went into the rehab room, training room area. Then on KNBR this morning, John Lynch said that the 49ers actually got Brock Purdy an MRI, which that's a huge deal. That means they thought that there was something a lot worse than shoulder soreness going on. If you're getting an MRI, you're worried, okay, does this guy need surgery? If this is the most important moment of his career up until this point, it's a contract year, and your season is on the brink of ending, and you can't participate in a Thursday practice, or it's going to be Friday. It's Friday now, but I'll let you guys know if he ends up practicing today. He didn't talk yesterday either. Normally Brock Purdy talks with Chris Forrester on Thursday, and he didn't do that either. But yeah, so results from the MRI, John Lynch did say, were positive. So if they were worried that maybe Brock Purdy had broken something and needed surgery, that's great news that, apparently that isn't happening. Now, it's still bad enough. As someone, I'm a former athlete, I've gotten MRIs in my past. I know when I've fractured things, a lot of times those don't come up on MRIs. If you have a slight, a minor tear, something like a strain, or something that's, so it could be something that still needs plenty of rehab. John Lynch said he is doing his rehab. Kyle Shanahan also spoke and said that he's doing his rehab. I'd love to know, what is the rehab? Kyle hasn't been pressured enough by the media to say this is exactly what the injury is. They don't actually even know when the injury for sure happened. My guess, there's 2 different instances when I went back and watched the game. Actually, during the game, and I think I talked about this on my post game, Brock Purdy was throwing the football. Seattle defender hits his hand and it goes backwards and the pass was incomplete. But Greg Olsen, the announcer, actually said, "Ooh, you got to be careful with your quarterback getting his arm hurt like that." And I was thinking, oh yeah, 49er fans know, because that's how Brock Purdy broke his elbow and had to get the whole Tommy John surgery and all that. So I was like, trust me, 49ers fans know about needing to be careful when your arm gets hit like that. So that happened later on in the game, but Brock Purdy kind of looked off all game. And early on in the first quarter, he did a scramble, took a dive, and kind of landed on his shoulder. Also, he got sacked and the sack was landed on his shoulder. When exactly it happens, not that it matters when it happens now. What matters is that Brock Purdy might not play. I mean, if he hasn't participated, he did his rookie year. He had rib injuries. He didn't participate all week, and then he did play game day. So that is a possibility. However, if it's bad enough that he can't throw, they might have to decide to not have him. John Lynch said if Brock Purdy doesn't go, it will be Brandon Allen. I think it should be Josh Dobbs. This offensive line, Jake Brendel's really been struggling. Brock Purdy has had to scramble for a lot of first downs. I'm thinking there was 2 back-to-back plays in the Seahawks game. Colton McKivitz commits a penalty. Very next play, gives up a sack for Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy's mobility has saved him from a lot of sacks, and he's still injured. I don't know if I want Brandon Allen in there who can't move. I'm thinking Josh Dobbs, especially it's going to be cold, potentially snowy in Green Bay. I don't know. Brandon Allen, he doesn't have any zip on his arm. He can execute the system, which I think is why Kyle and John Lynch are saying he's the one that would go, is he's been in the system for longer than Josh Dobbs. But I think that running element could be helpful from Josh Dobbs. And we've seen him when he was with the Vikings last year. He can win a couple games. You can win a couple games with Josh Dobbs. Long term, he starts to crumble. But a couple games, I don't know. I'd start Josh Dobbs over Brandon Allen. But today on KNBR, the updates are Brock Purdy had an MRI. It looked pretty good, but he didn't tell us what the actual diagnosis was. But apparently he doesn't need surgery. Brock Purdy doesn't. And then if he doesn't go, Brandon Allen will start behind Brock Purdy. That's the update. I'll be coming to you guys live with an injury update as soon as they go out for practice today. Other updates are Trent Williams has not been practicing and Nick Bosa hasn't practiced, although they are pretty sure that Trent Williams will play. Nick Bosa is going to be questionable up until the very last second. George Kittle also will play. So those are all the injury updates, and I'll bring you breaking news, all the updates that we have coming out of Kyle Shanahan talking and practice today on Friday. Thank you guys so much, and please like and subscribe. Bye.